A fiery Grand Prix, a controversial penalty, and now a surprising twist from inside the FIA. Max Verstappen finds an unlikely supporter among the stewards, just as George Russell issues a chilling warning to Formula One fans. Is the integrity of F1's racing rules under threat? Buckle up, you're watching Fuel Up Daily, where we break down the drama behind the racing. Let's rewind to the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona. Lap 37. The safety car had just pulled in. Verstappen was running P4 with Russell close behind. Into turn 1, clean. Into turn 5, contact. Verstappen, struggling with cold tires, seemed to slow mid-corner, and George Russell's front wing clipped the back of the Red Bull. Russell immediately got on the radio. "He brake tested me." While Verstappen fired back post-race, "He should have left me space. He had no business being there." The incident was reviewed, and Max Verstappen was handed a 10-second penalty and 3 penalty points. He dropped out of the points. And here's the kicker. Verstappen is now 1 incident away from a race ban. But here's what they didn't tell you on TV. One of the FIA's own stewards has come forward with a surprisingly sympathetic take on the whole affair. After the race, George Russell didn't just accept the penalty decision quietly. Speaking to reporters, he said something that turned heads. "If this is how incidents are going to be judged, F1 fans will not be happy." Russell went further, hinting that Verstappen's aggressive tactics are becoming a trend, and that the stewards may be showing inconsistency. "I respect Max," Russell said, "but you can't just drive people off the track and expect no consequences." For Russell, the incident isn't just about Barcelona, it's about the bigger picture. If top drivers are treated differently, the sport's fairness is at stake. Loving this deep dive? Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of F1's biggest controversies. Now here's the twist. Former F1 driver and FIA steward Derek Warwick has weighed in, and he's defending Verstappen. Not the contact, but the frustration. In an interview with Playmo, Warwick said, quote, "I can see why Max got angry. The moves from Leclerc and Russell earlier were on the edge." While he maintained the penalty was justified, he added that Verstappen's reaction was understandable and that a harsher penalty, like a ban, would have been excessive. What does that mean? For one, it suggests the stewards don't just look at rules, they consider driver psychology too. Warwick emphasized, "Max felt he was being raced unfairly. We can't penalize emotion, but we have to apply the rules." So, while Russell sees favoritism, Warwick sees nuance. But what happens if Verstappen crosses the line again? He's now got 11 penalty points, and 12 means a race ban. Max Verstappen is walking a razor's edge. With 11 penalty points, he's 1 step from the FIA's ultimate deterrent, a race suspension. Only 3 drivers in F1 history have ever been banned for accumulating points. Verstappen could be the 4th. Why does this matter so much now? Because Red Bull is chasing down McLaren and Ferrari, and Verstappen is only 19 points behind the championship leader. A 1-race ban could wipe out his title hopes. Imagine Verstappen missing the Canadian Grand Prix. That could open the door for Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri to steal the lead, and maybe the championship momentum. Who do you think deserves the penalty, Max or George? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest breaking F1 analysis. Let's talk mind games. F1 isn't just about lap times, it's about mental warfare. Verstappen's aggressive defense, Russell's public rebuke, and now a steward empathizing with emotion? It's all part of the mind game. Some analysts say Russell's comments weren't just for the fans, they were a message to the FIA. We're watching you. It could be a way to pressure stewards in future decisions, especially if Verstappen is involved. On the other hand, Verstappen's cold silence after the race, save for a few pointed comments, shows he's trying not to escalate publicly. But inside the paddock, tensions are simmering. This isn't the first time Verstappen has faced controversy. Remember Saudi Arabia 2021? Or Brazil? Or Silverstone? Critics argue that Verstappen's hard-nosed style bends the rules, and that the FIA has sometimes failed to keep it in check. But supporters say Max is a racer's racer, that he plays hard but not dirty. Warwick's comments lend weight to that view. He's not condoning rule-breaking, but he understands the mindset of a driver pushed to the edge. If you're enjoying this deep-layered dive into the psychology and politics of racing, hit like, share this with fellow fans, and subscribe for more episodes every week. Let's zoom out. The FIA's stewarding system is supposed to be neutral, but with so many high-profile incidents, fans are asking, is the system consistent? Stewards are often different at each race, with rotating personnel and sometimes differing interpretations. Warwick says they try to apply the rulebook, but emotional context, pressure from teams, and public perception can influence outcomes. And there's another layer: communication. Drivers and teams often complain that stewards don't explain their decisions clearly enough to the public. This can fuel conspiracy theories, especially when a popular or controversial driver like Verstappen is involved. Russell's warning that fans will grow disillusioned is about more than this one incident. It's a plea for consistency, for transparency, and maybe for reform. Because if fans lose trust in stewarding, the credibility of the sport takes a hit. So what's next? Canada looms, a street circuit with high stakes and high tension. It's one of the trickier tracks when it comes to tire management and braking zones. One misjudgment and a minor collision could mean Verstappen hits the 12-point mark. Then comes Austria. Red Bull territory, the pressure will be immense. Verstappen will have the home crowd behind him, but also the weight of expectations. Will he stay disciplined or be provoked into another penalty-triggering moment? Finally, Silverstone, Russell's home race, a symbolic battleground. If he wants to make a mark, it'll be there. And if Verstappen's under the microscope, expect every move he makes to be analyzed by fans, pundits, and rivals alike. 3 races. 3 very different mental and mechanical tests, and one driver just 1 point from disaster. Max Verstappen, hero or hazard? George Russell, challenger or whistleblower? And the FIA, fair guardians or faltering referees? One penalty has triggered a chain reaction that could shape the entire season. Subscribe to Fuel Up Daily, where the stories behind the speed come to life. So here it is. Fuel Up Daily invites you sincerely. Subscribe, ring that bell, fuel the dialogue below, and let's ride every twist, every tech splash, every heart-pounding weekend. Because whether you're Team Man or Team Neutral watcher who loves good racing, we've got a seat for you. Fuel Up Daily, where every fan gets the whole picture, not just the race. Fuel your passion and never miss a beat of this electrifying season. Let's go, because the fight is just getting started.